People who donate a lot of money to streamers, what's your job? Why are you so generous?
Just want to make a small streamer's day.
I was watching some kid, probably about 14 or so, but actually very professional and level-headed even when he lost, probably had 25 or so watchers, who had an idiot in the chat who kept telling him that he would give him $20 if you won the game. I think he was playing Fortnite, don't judge me, I was bored. Well, the kid won the game, and the guy in the chat said that he wasn't going to give him the money, and kept making fun of him for believing him. When in reality the kid had never believed that he was going to give him the money. So I gave the kid $50, and in the donation comment, I just made fun of the other guy, and said he was a poser, and he was broke, and he only wished he had enough money to do that. Idiot dude left the chat without saying anything. Look on the kid's face was hilarious. Probably made his whole week. Edit, wow, this blew up. I don't remember the streamer's name, sorry. At the time I was unable to do my normal shtick of kill time activities, so I was randomly watching a ton of different streamers. Also thanks for the awards.
Week? Man, if I got $50 online playing Fortnite, or whatever, and getting to see a troll put in their place, that would make my whole month.
That's a really good use of $50. And good on that kid for keeping it cool.
Take this from me, a 14-year-old. $50 goes a long way for us. We make barely any money, so anything helps us.
I miss those days. Dub sack of weed. And a big ole pizza on Friday night with the boys. My friend donates obscene amounts of cash to streamers. His logic is that if people stop donating, the streamers will stop playing, and he loves them too much. He doesn't have a job, and uses his parents' money, who are very rich, and don't care what he spends on, as long as he doesn't bother them. So yeah, you can see right there where this desperation for attention comes from.
Oh wow, what strange parenting.
Not strange, just bad. By the way he describes them, and how I saw them treat him, they never loved him. As a result he is hopelessly socially awkward, and think people will be mean to him by default, and that makes his high society parents like him even less. It's super sad.
And donating large amounts to streamers so they shout out.
Wow. Thanks for the support, I love you man.
Is probably the only way he can hear those 3 words.
Once they hear those 3 words, the next few minutes they are in bliss. They were for a small moment in time, significant to some random stranger, which releases dopamine. The next time they donate, they get less of a thrill. So they donate more, and more. Always chasing the high. It's addiction. Plain and simple. Whether it's cocaine, or giving money to strangers online, it always starts from chasing the high.
First thing you do when starting up a YouTube channel these days, is get yourself a Patreon page, and hope like hell a guy like that comes along to support you.
When my friend was a cam girl, a lot of her regulars were oil field guys. One of them gave her some money just cause I was on screen, and said hi one time. I'm not amazingly attractive, or anything, and was fully clothed. There was just another girl, and it pleased him. Really gave me insight as to how oil field guys can be destitute every time the oil fields slow down, even though they were making bank otherwise.
I made so much money in the oil fields, $3K plus, after taxes a week with no real housing costs. It was awesome. I wasted it all the time without even thinking because I knew I had way more coming. Not on camgirls/streamers though lol. What counts as a lot? I did a couple $100 last year, which felt like a lot. But honestly, it still came out cheaper than a year of cable TV bills, which I cancelled, and I enjoyed the content way more. Just figured if I spend dozens, or hundreds of hours watching someone I should support. I watch in the background, a lot, while working so I feel I get my money worth. I'm sure that I'm still a small fish, in the donation bucket. I'm what's called a heading technician. Basically I run, and maintain 15 machines that turn 900 plus kilogram. 1900 plus pounds, spools of wire into the bolts that hold your cars and trucks together. I work in the US, but we use the metric system for everything at work. Anyhow, I make a lot of money, because there's probably less than 100 people in the US that know how to run all the machines I do. Because of that, I make a really good living. I love video games, and have since I was a kid. I'm 36, and just don't have time to play much anymore, because of real-world things. I absolutely love dropping in a low sub-count stream on Twitch, and watching them play. If I find them to be a solid player in the game I choose, or they suck at the game, but they're having a blast playing, and interacting with their commenters, I'll drop $50 to $100 on their stream.
Not me, but I know a lawyer who is a huge nerd, and he said his accountant is giving him shit for spending over $35,000 last year on Twitch donations. His reasoning is,
I get drunk, and then think it's funny to watch people go apeshit on stream, when I drop a big donation.
I then not so subtly mentioned that I can turn a stream whenever you feel like getting drunk again lol. My job is I watch a line on a graph move up, and down. If at any point that line breaches the set boundaries of the graph, I am to push a button. Why do I donate my money to streamers? Because most of the streamers I watch are pretty women, and I do it so that they appreciate me. I know it isn't real, but it feels good.
Christ. This thread is sad. Take an upvote for being honest about your answer though.
They seem to like donations, so if I donate a lot, they'll appreciate me a lot.
Honestly, I don't know if half these comments are fake because getting off because a girl on Twitch says your name is some next level sadness.
I'm a Kentucky Fried Chicken manager, and donate my entire check to my favorite streamer Darkside Phil, cause he really needs it. He is at risk of losing his house. Sometimes I go without food and power so he can feed his cat.
Haha. Made me laugh out loud.
For me, it's mostly to streamers I've gotten closer to. So it becomes more like supporting a friend than just dropping money on something random. They are also providing me entertainment. Giving a streamer a money, or subs, or whatever is also like you'd tip a bartender, or similar. Also their reactions tend to be worth watching.
My wife streams, shameless plug, cute spied, and people have been far too generous to her. She needed her wisdom teeth out, and we didn't have insurance of any kind to speak of. Put up a donation tracker for the amount. Someone came in, donated the $430, or so we needed, and left never to return. I'd like to think someday I could do the same. Find people who truly need help, and not just shilling for fame. Playing games for fun, and the enjoyment of it, and not just to become rich, and famous from it. Also for you Twitch watchers, remember it's September. First time subs are only $2.49, and all the money goes to the streamer. Go ahead, and drop that sub you've been wanting to do at half price.
I give away several hundred a month via stream donations, and Patreon to small creators. Pretty much exclusively. As a YouTuber myself, over 100k subs, those few dollars a month can really make the difference when you're trying to get that mic you need to sound professional, or the graphics card you need. I don't really have a proper job, I just do YouTube, and Minecraft mods. I'm a freshman in college, and right now I'm financially sound, so I give away as much as I can to help those make their aspirations a reality.
Mr. Beast has entered the chat.
This is really weird for me to say that, but I have too much money. My lifestyle is really basic. I work, come back from work, and watch streams, and sometimes do bouldering. I don't have a girlfriend, I live with my only friend, and I'm happy like that. I work in the paper industry. I donate a lot to streamers in the Mario Maker community because it has always been a nice and positive community. I watch a lot of small streamers, and when I donate to them it's always nice to see them smile, and their excitement. I usually donate gift subs to unlock their emote slots because I know this will be permanent, and also it's a 2-for-1. I gift someone emotes, and the streamer gets the money.
Lots of people earn a ton of money, and don't realize how much it is / conversely how hard some people need to work to make the same money. Lots of people watch streamers, rather than going out / spending money on alcohol, dining etc. Lots of people just want to see good content succeed. I subscribe, and pay for a fair few streamers on Twitch purely because I find them incredibly entertaining even though I seldom sit down to watch someone stream. I have Patreon subscriptions to a few content creators just because of the sheer effort they put into their content, and hard work like that should be recognized. The world has changed, so many people don't spend $400 a weekend getting drunk, and trying to get laid. People don't go to the movies, or a majority of social spaces that were popular 5 to 10 years ago. There's a plethora of reasons as to why donating large amounts of money to a streamer might, from your perspective, look like a lot of money, when in reality, for many people it might be the only money they spend each week/month on entertainment.
Well, you see, I am a Texas oil tycoon, and thanks to the millions I've made from the oil industry, I like to give back to streaming community, which is a passion of mine, sort of like Howard Hughes did with filmmaking.
Username checks out.
I don't donate, but I think it's lonely people who want to be part of a community.
I donate to content creators on Patreon when I truly enjoy their content because I use ad blockers. Has nothing to do with my crippling loneliness though.
All these replies make me feel cold-hearted for going 100% under the radar, and ad blocking.
Just by being a viewer you already are great to those streamers. You don't have to donate, be an active chatter, or watch bullshit ads to be useful for a streamer.
Never subbed, never donated, ad block on, stolen laptop, neighbor's Wi-Fi. Free entertainment. Hear about the dude that donated his dad's retirement fund, and maxed out his brother's credit card on a cam girl. He ended up killing them when they cut him off. Crazy stuff.
This true? Do you have a source I can read, please? This kind of thing fascinates me.
Links in the description.
Jesus.
He also was fired from his job for stealing drugs from his employer.
That guy literally failed at life. Scary shit. I went through a dark time not long ago, and during that time I was tuned into two specific streamers who to me were my salvation. They got me through that time with their content, and just genuine fun they were having with the community they had built. So I donated a good bit of money to each because it felt right that I paid them back for the content they gave me. I still donate to streamers today, those who give out good content, because I pay for Netflix, Amazon Prime, etc. Why shouldn't I pay for content that some streamers give? And the subscription on Twitch is not a lot, so I pay more on the donations.
Really cool, and sweet. People often don't realize the impact they have on someone's life. We are all lights, and maybe to some people we're the only light. That's cheesy but, lol.
Over the past year, I have donated $150,000 to chess streamers on Twitch, along with a few YouTube chess content creators. The most I ever donated in one night was $25,000 to one streamer. This was a combination of gift subs and bits. My job is in the tech industry. I received a lot of stock options that gave me more money than I ever thought I needed. I am in my lower 20s. The more I work in my job, the more completely alone I feel. While I know that the online chess community is no substitute for real-life relationships, I have made some good friends that have really helped me understand that life is still worth living, and that I am worth something, even if I had never donated any money. Donating large sums of money was sort of like a drug to me, although I have also been heavily abusing drugs for this entire year. But the feeling after donating is euphoric, almost like an opiate. However, it catches up to you. It's almost hard to stop the donations, even though it isn't very financially responsible for me to donate much anymore. It makes me feel like I am somebody, and the special treatment feels good when I have no connections with physical people. Of course, after donating money to people, even if we seem to be friends, I know that it is a different kind of relationship, and I'll always doubt how genuine they are. If I never donated again, would they still be nice to me? Overall, I don't regret it, and think that it may have been the only reason I survived this far in the year, but I definitely need to figure some things out about why I am feeling this way. Donations and drugs are only temporary, and when the money runs out, and I hit rock bottom, I need permanent solutions. Sorry for the rant.
You sound like you're in a bad place. Sorry to hear that. Maybe you should try some sort of disconnect? If you've still got enough money, just go travel for 6 months or so, try to spend as little as possible, see it as a game, and get away from it all, hopefully achieving some perspective.
My boyfriend donates to a lot of small streamers. He streams, and he knows how much it can make someone's day that they've been notices for trying to chase their dreams. We both work at an auto assembly factory 7 days a week, and have no kids, so we tend to use our disposable income to make others feel better if we can.
kinda seems stupid how people donate to rich streamers already. Why not support someone who needs the money?
It feels a little predatory. Akin to the old trope of falling in love with your hooker, or the newer one of thinking your favorite cam girl actually means what you pay her to say, and leaving your wife for her. But yeah, I don't watch a lot of streams, but my wife does, and I just watch these guys get hundreds of subs a night, as 2 or 3 people fight each other with donations to the tune of my rent x2 per night.
Not a streamer, but a podcast channel. I work in finance for a large corporate company, and it feels like no one knows how to make or take a joke. Every night on the drive home, I listen to these guys joke around, laughing the whole way home, and feel 10 times lighter after the workday's done. It's not much, but a continuous giggle every day deserves a donation to me.
Have a decent job. Often goes through Amazon wishlists, with that like. I do it because I can, and it makes people happy. I often think how much a certain amount can mean to somebody, even change their life, and compare it to how little it affects me. Then it goes along down the line. I do it silently, or completely anonymously though.
I am late to the party, but I donate largish sums of money to streamers who put actual effort into their streams. I do this because I worked 5 full years at my business, 12 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week before I became a success. I know that hard work, if done correctly, and with passion should pay off, and unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't. So if there is a streamer who just loads up games, and plays, I pass. Because 6 to 10 hours a day sitting in front of a computer is easy. If a streamer loads up games, makes relevant comments, jokes, uses graphics, music, interacts nicely, and engages with chat constantly, clearly does research on the game, industry etc., sticks to his or her schedule, seems to give a shit, and always appreciates every person, subscriber, or not, I donate. A lot. I donate to the person who not only spends 8 to 10 hours a day sitting in front of a computer, but the other hours they spend preparing. Basically I donate to legitimate entertainers. I was in the Twitch sub a year or so ago, and some guy was complaining that he streams 8 hours a day, and has done so for a few years, and he doesn't have many viewers, or subs. He was basically railing on some of the top streamers as being lucky. I checked out his stream, he barely said a word in the 30 minutes I watched. I am not investing any time or money into watching someone just play a game, that's not why I watch streams.
I used to be a moderator for a popular streamer I'm fiends with in real life, now retired. We had this one guy who would donate $500 plus at a time. Total attention seeking and would try to win over the streamer. Trying to win his friendship. It got annoying. But my friend put up with it because it was good money. I don't blame him at all. Not sure what he did for work, but I think in total he donated around 6-7K across 6-month time period. Then he eventually stopped because he was getting too annoying, and we banned him for a bit. Was literally trying to take over the stream. Demand that we address him when he talked, wanted access to the mic in stream. No.
Management in software. I donate when I'm drinking on the weekends having fun. And mostly because the streamers I watch are 800 to 900 viewer people who probably need it. I would never donate to the big names as they are probably doing just fine financially.
I don't have time for games anymore, dog, career, social life, other hobbies. I work with business development. I donate to less popular streamers. I appreciate their effort, and want to support them. Seeing the smile, or joy also often makes my day. It just feels better than buying avocado toast.
Streamers are basically street performers with a wider reach, and easier access. I probably give more to the guy that plays his saxophone in the local shopping area, but it's the same concept. As a single person working a desk job, and especially as a guy, you have disposable income, and don't actually encounter many human interactions that release oxytocin, so even a little hit feels good. A lot of people may rationalize it differently, but for most it probably just comes down to biology, and loneliness. There's also the fact that once your basic needs are met, money gets pretty worthless. I can't make enough money to stop working the desk job, especially since government mandated insurance means everyone boosted their prices up to match the fine for not having insurance, and costs quadrupled. The Affordable Care Act, and I don't have enough vacation time to spend the money on myself effectively. Giving the money to someone who it has more value to, in other words, not the big streamers, makes the job I hate more bearable. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and ring the notification bell.